firstly give my respects to the traditional owners of the land, the elders past and present, and to offer my condolences to the people of Paris. I also like to offer my condolences to the people in Myanmar. Hundreds of thousands that you haven't heard about their plight. Internally displaced or forced to flee their homes. The people of Syria. Hundreds of thousands have been killed and millions have been displaced inside the country and outside it. The people of Palestine, the people of Iraq. There's a lot of tragedy all over our world. So when I reflect on all these tragedies, the latest of these heart-wrenching tragedies is what we saw in Paris. One of the best things to come out of this horrible tragedy is that we are reminded by the senselessness of that murder throughout our media, and we have been reminded every day for the past week or so. That reminder should help us all understand that violence is senseless, that violence is madness. That taking human life cannot be justified. I reflect on this senselessness, and I think that there are two competing ideologies in this world. Two ideologies. And in these ideologies you find people of all faith and people of no faith. One ideology says that we are all equal, the egalitarian ideology. That says we are fellow human beings, we are all brothers and sisters. That ideology says do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That ideology has a principle of no harm. No harm to yourself, no harm to others. The competing ideology, the ideology that's causing so much violence and bloodshed and displacement around this world, is the ideology of dominance, the ideology of entitlement, the ideology where one person or one group of people feel that they are so superior that they give themselves the right to take something that is not theirs. Whether it's territory, whether it's resources, or whether it's subjugating people for cheap labour. This is an ideology of entitlement that essentially leads to violence. Now, it so happens that the people who took responsibility for the atrocity in Paris claim to be members of this terrorist organisation that's known as ISIS. That organisation belongs in the category of people who believe that they are entitled to dominate. And they go against every fibre of the Islamic teaching. One verse in the Quran tells us to embrace every aspect of faith. And many teachings in our religion is that we are all brothers. And the best amongst you is the one who is most helpful to other human beings. The best person in our religious teachings, the best person in the eyes of God is the one who is most helpful to others. To bring happiness to another person is one of the best deeds that a Muslim can do. To remove a problem for another person, a great deed that a Muslim can do. But to do the opposite, as we see from groups like ISIS and some of the other people who have caused so much violence and bloodshed around the world, these are people who are going against everything that is holy. And in the forefront of these sanctities that they are desecrating is the sanctity of human life and the sanctity of a human dignity. And to respond to these people, we have to make sure that we also value human dignity, human freedoms and human life. We have to hold human freedoms as sacred. Otherwise, we risk gravitating towards that ideology of dominance. The ideology where a group of elites say that you can't handle being free. You're not responsible enough to make your own decisions. You're not capable of having a certain level of comfort and wealth. So they seek to control and dominate for you and try to direct your life to suit them. An ideology of fraternity, brotherhood, and an ideology of dominance. two competing ideologies. The ideology of brotherhood and fraternity creates peace and harmony. If I see everybody as my brother and sister, I don't need to look over my shoulder worrying that someone might stab me in the back. Because I come to you with love as my brothers and sisters. But the ideology of dominance is an ideology of fear. And the ideology of dominance is what needs draconian measures to protect it. So these elites who feel that they need to dominate, and they create an atmosphere of terror and an atmosphere of fear and violence, not just in Paris but in many parts of the world, these are the very people who are always looking over their shoulder. Worried that there's a string of victims behind that anyone might pounce upon them and cause them harm. Two different ideologies. And the ideology of peace requires vigilance to make sure that people do not break this peace. That the moment somebody starts to break that peace, we reach out to them. We don't reach out with violence, we reach out with love to say, this ideology is going to bring you a lot of heartache. You're going to be looking over your shoulder. You breach the peace, so you're going to be looking over your shoulder. I want you to have peace of heart, peace of mind. Let us enjoy this world together as brothers and sisters. Let us enjoy this world together. There's enough for everybody to share. But that's what is there for everybody to share. We'll see very little if one person seeks to hoard and dominate. When people start to covet things beyond their needs. Two competing ideologies, my friends. And change can happen with one person. If you value the idea that you want to protect this peace, you want to protect the brotherhood, the sisterhood, the fraternity, the love amongst humanity, then you need to speak up. You need to reach out to people with compassion. Reach out to them and say, I'm doing this because I don't want you to hurt yourself. You don't have to spell it out with these words, but actions can speak these words. Sometimes we say that actions speak louder than words. The actions showing love and compassion towards people will speak for themselves. The actions showing brotherhood, and this is an event along that path. And I congratulate the people who have organised this event, and we need to do more of these events in more places and reach more and more people to make them appreciate that we have a lot in common and that we are looking out for each other. We are looking out for you, and we will always look out for you. Thank you very much, and congratulations on a wonderful event.